You have to adapt. Like when I came here, I'm like, I either live this life or I'm sticking to my roots. It's not a bad thing to stick with your roots, but you need to adjust in some way to like match with the flow of this country and match from the way that they think and they do stuff. And you just can't be like, oh, I'm Syrian and I just got to do everything that Syrians do. No, you got to adapt in some ways. You can keep your structure and like your like the Arab culture type of thing, but you need to still adapt to what's going on.
You're not really applying it at that.
Yeah.
So he ended up doing lessons, and he's like, one of the advice is that's good that you were able to do it.
Yeah.
But for others, I mean, sometimes it's good to just pay for the lessons.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'll save you so much time.
Save a lot of time because like I wasn't able to finish a full track or even know that I have something to like say that it's a track.
So would you have gone back and paid for lessons then?
I never paid for lessons.
Oh no, but if you would have, he would have.
Because there's a lot of time that was wasted. The supermarket was a huge thing in my starting year because I got my first 3 shows at the supermarket, and Meg really believed in me, and she was the one who put me behind decks for the first time ever.
Batman Begins, right? It's Ace Begins. You know, you see how the hero comes out. You're like, oh, like Ace was through this. He's Syrian. This is this is how. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's releasing a new track. The Syrian bald guy who is from Toronto. So you know Ace because there's a background story.
Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Back and Body Hurts podcast, where we talk about all things EDM. I'm your host for today, Benny. To my right, I've got Sani.
Hey guys.
To his right, he has Ace.
What's up, guys?
And then to his right, we have Axel.
Hi.
So we're happy to invite them. As many of you guys know, Ace is one of the Toronto's hard techno DJs and producers that's making a big impact in our scene. And Axel is one of the founders of Overture Studio, which is one of Toronto's hottest studio spaces at the moment, made for DJs, producers, and artists. So welcome today to the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
How's the day going thus far?
It's been good.
Or weekend too?
It's been great.
It's been great. Yeah. Teaching. I've been having a lot of classes lately. Teaching and spending time at the studio, taking the garbage out, all that type of shit.
Yeah, nice. We're excited for this. We've been very much patiently waiting for this.
Yeah, we're excited. We're happy to have you on, especially with what you've done with your artist career, what you've done as a producer and with Overture. It's been pretty sick. And you guys, we'll talk about it, their first event coming up.
Thank you so much for having us.
Did you count that as the first event or the second one? Because you did the Acid and Hard the first time around.
Yes. So that first event was mostly like a local event, was like a trial event, if I want to call it like this, because I never done events before.
Yeah.
So I collaborated with the extension guys. I worked with them and we had this idea of doing something together because I know them from a long time ago. So that was like the first test, right? Then I really like doing events because it was really nice to see all these people gathering and everything. You were there, I remember. Thank you. And I don't know, bringing a big artist is just something that I always wanted to do. And well, we'll talk about that later on. But also connecting the event with the studio is something that is gonna help a lot.
I think that's a really great space and like opportunity to connect the spaces as well, because you know it's pretty regular that people that you know use the studio want and are inclined to do something and play outside.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Were you so Axel, you're from Mexico?
Yes, I'm from Mexico, a city called Guadalajara. I don't know if you can pronounce that. You can give it a try.
Nah, I'm not gonna try that.
Guadalajara.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. Close enough. I had to wait.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay.
From a city called Guadalajara. The scene there is pretty nice. It's pretty big, the music scene. So yeah.
How long ago did you come here?
Sorry, what?
Like when did you come to Canada?
Oh, so I've been coming and like back and forth. First time I came here was 2017. I was 13 years old. I came to like practice drumming because I'm a drummer as well, to like a summer camp and stuff. But I don't want to go into details into that. But like later on, I came to work as a construction worker, still focusing on DJing. And this time, 2024, I think. 2025, something like that.
2024, I think.
You're looking at
really
him.
bad. He knows.
When did I come back?
Yeah, he knows. He knows. He
I think
knows.
2024.
Yeah, something like that. But when in 2022 I was here working, playing, but I needed to learn more how to produce. So I went back home to study, and I mastered on Ableton, mixing and mastering, sound design, and then is when I decided to come back here.
Nice.
And yourself, Ace?
My background is I was born in Canada, but I was raised in Syria, and my real name is Assad. It's Asaad. And yeah, so that's my real name. I was born here, and I was raised in Syria, and I only came back 5 years ago.
How did that happen? Like, what happened? You were born here, but why'd
So I was born here, and then my parents decided that they don't want to live in Canada anymore, so they moved back to Syria, is where my parents are originally from.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was born here, and then they stayed 2 years, and then we moved back to Syria, and I was 2 years old. So I grew up my whole life in Syria, and I only came back 5 years ago. My ideal goal was to finish my university back in Syria, just because of the whole war situation and everything. I couldn't finish. So I was only 1 semester away from graduating university, and then I had to cut everything off. And
What did you study?
I used to study mechatronics engineering.
that's what I specialize in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I used to be really good in math and like programming and like C++ type of thing. And yeah, it was fun. And I wish that I had more of that. But then when I came here, they wouldn't give me any papers to prove my studies.
You have to literally do it the entire thing again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They said you got to go back to high school and start all over. And I'm like, okay, well, fuck that. I'm not doing that.
A lot of people face that issue, and it's very unfortunate
It's
because
very-
like you run into, we see all these shortages happening all the time with doctors. But unfortunately, you have someone who has a doctorate degree but can't actually practice
Exactly.
and is working, I don't know, just a normal labor job for that reason,
yeah.
which is unfortunate.
It's very frustrating, honestly.
It's the same with the medical industry as well, isn't it?
Essentially, like 100%. Like most industries, like any professional industries, unfortunately, if you come from any, I guess, third world country, like
Yeah.
they just don't recognize it.
They don't know.
You just have to redo it.
They wanted an approval from the Ministry of Education in Syria that I did all those years. And the whole building of the Ministry of Education in Syria was on the floor because of the war. And I'm like, you guys are never getting an answer. Like, these are papers that I have, and they just couldn't fucking like accept it, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess I'm just not gonna fucking study anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my story. And came back 5 years ago. I had to start from scratch, and I had to learn English because I was never I was Canadian in papers, but I never knew anything about Canada. So I had to start from scratch, find a job, find a place, find everything. So
Was your accent like heavy, or
it was really heavy.
because
Yeah.
I can't tell right now? It's actually
I had to learn a lot, and I had to do a lot of fuck ups and do a lot of okay, I'm gonna go and talk, and however it goes. But then that's also as part of me learning.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I used to able to understand everything English, but I was never able to explain or phrase words. If
I have that with
makes
my
sense.
native tongue back home because I'm born here,
Yeah.
but I'm technically Indian Gujarati background.
Okay.
I used to watch movies, all that stuff. My parents still converse, but I can understand convo, and then when I want to speak, it's like
Yeah, you start glitching.
it's like-
you stop, and you're like,
I know what you said, but I just can't respond. It's like I'm deaf.
I can understand, but I don't know. How to
I'm mute. I'm mute.
I have
So,
to
yeah.
add English into my Chinese sentences. It's like a mix of both.
It have to be
Damn.
there,
Yeah.
you know.
or when you're learning, when you're watching a foreign movie, you just wait for that one English phrase or those
Yeah.
two words, and then you phrase the whole sentence together. Like, I get the context.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's so true. That's so true. Yeah, it wasn't easy, honestly, but I had to be in a spot that I'm either too uncomfortable to talk, but I have to talk because I don't want to look like that guy, you know?
Mhm.
But being in those uncomfortable situations made me okay, I need to figure it out right now, you know? But yeah, it was a process in the beginning for sure.
It helps you grow up faster, you
True,
know, when
true.
you're sort of working on things alone and whatnot. But I think in the Western, I guess, society,
Yeah.
everyone's so comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice. I didn't expect it to be as nice or as easy to learn as it is now. Because in the beginning, oh, what if he thought this, or what if he thought that, and what if I got judged in this way or that way, you know? But
right. It's also, getting used to how things are accustomed here with how people are, because back home, like back with Syria, completely different way of interaction.
Completely different of everything, you know? Like I literally had to learn a whole different lifestyle to be able to like go with the flow here.
But to say that how good his English sounds in 5 years, you can already see the hard work he put in. Because a lot of times people, like I've had family who've had broken English for like, I don't know, their entire life. Like my grandma was here like, I don't know, 50 years, barely could speak English. But it also goes into the environment and like the analyzing of how you're doing it and then trying to correct it, right?
Exactly. So like for me,
it's not a bad thing. Like accents are good. It's just more of like
work on it.
It's just more like type of work on it type of thing.
I can't fix my accent, bro.
Yeah.
You sound Latino as fuck, right?
It's hard. But sometimes it's like the over analyzing of like how you're saying it.
Yeah.
But it's funny. You also see it with people who go to. I had a cousin who went to England, like UK.
Yeah.
Lived there and then came back with a British accent. It's just like morphed into it.
Yeah, exactly. You get into it because you're with the people and you're hearing it the whole time. So that also helps a lot, that you need to get out there and talk, even though that you think that your English sucks or you don't know how to speak or you're not making any sense. You need to go and do that, even though it wouldn't make sense for you to be able to learn. You know what I mean?
So you said 5 years, which means you just came right before COVID?
Right after COVID.
Right after COVID.
Yes.
So, okay, right.
2021.
That's 2021.
Did you come by yourself or
with my brother?
Okay.
Yes, with my brother. Yeah.
Does your brother DJ too?
No, he doesn't like anything about all the rave thing. He's
Really?
never.
That's like my brother.
He hates it so much, and I'm like, I just come out to my shows. Like at least to that,
Just
you know.
don't knock until you try. Yeah.
No, he goes, I'll support you as much as I can, but I'm never coming to your shows. I'm like,
shit, that's not support, bro.
Like, I get it. Like I don't know what to say.
Maybe if he listens to this podcast, it's gonna change his mind.
I hope so.
Because we're all regular people.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't get it. Like I have a normal life. You know, like I'm not like fucking.
How's his English?
He's good.
It's just
Same
like
thing.
yours, same thing, same mindset.
Yeah, we have to you have to adapt. Like when I came here, I'm like, I either live this life or I'm sticking to my roots. It's not a bad thing to stick with your roots, but you need to adjust in some way to like match with the flow of this country and match from the way that they think and they do stuff. And you just can't be like, oh, I'm Syrian and I just got to do everything that Syrians do. No, you got to adapt in some ways. You can keep your structure and like your like the Arab culture type of thing, but you need to still adapt to what's going on.
Yeah, and you've seen on the news, you've seen the political climate where unfortunately there's been a lot of flack with immigration because of that reason, where people are coming here but they're not integrating into Canadian society.
Exactly.
Back in like when my parents came, they had to integrate. Back even in the 90s, people had to integrate. Yes, we're not going to talk about this anymore because it's a very hot button topic. But yeah, it's like that mindset is like that allows you to get further in Canada, which is good.
Exactly. You need to be open to learn new things and to.
If you walk into someone else's house, you have to, agree to their rules.
It's a very, very simple aspect.
Yeah. That's literally the motto that you got to follow if you're going to a different country. You can still, have that deep down in you, but you need to show it that you are adjusting with whatever's going on here. You know what I mean?
Axel, how about your family?
My family, they're back home.
Do you go visit them a couple times a year? Or as
right
much as
now,
you can?
I haven't been home in 2 years.
2
because
years?
I've been
Okay.
focused on the studio and like
Makes sense.
having a business. I feel it's like maybe it's a weird comparison, but it's like having a baby right now.
Yeah.
The studio cannot walk by its own, right?
Yeah.
I have to like carry it, like I have to be there all the time. So, but my parents understand that part. My mom is visiting actually next week. She's coming,
nice.
So I'm really excited about that.
Is she coming to
Perplex.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
coming to
she's gonna be
Perplex?
there, yeah. Back home when I used to DJ, I DJed like my biggest gig back home was Dreamfields Festival.
Oh, okay.
And she's like, I gotta go, right? So they gave me guest list, and I got her, and I remember seeing her there dancing.
That's
and
amazing.
It's like such a nice vibe. But also my uncle lives here,
Yeah.
so that's one
okay.
of the reasons that I came here.
Yeah.
Because like he's like my older brother. I grew up with him. Like he introduced me to video games, all this shit. So I'm like, I miss the motherfucker. I gotta go see him. So I came here because of him.
Oscar's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's very nice.
How did you guys meet each other?
That's a good story. Should we say the whole story or should we like cut that part?
We should say most of it. I think
Most of it?
We're leaving some details out, guys.
I start and then you say or
Yeah, you do the first
Alright.
part.
So okay, here we go, guys. Buckle up. So pretty much one day it was like a snowstorm, really fucking bad, like really bad. And I didn't know a lot of people in the scene. I was just starting out. The studio was already building. We were working on everything and stuff. And I was like, fuck, Christiana was playing on a rave with some of our friends, Baltasar.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, you should come and like support and stuff. And I might play one of your tracks, she said. And I'm like, oh, that's so sick, right?
Yeah.
And I never met her in person. I think that was the first time I met her in person. So I was like, I might go. And my girlfriend is like, don't go. Like the weather is insane. Like don't even go there because like it's so
It's a
bad.
snowstorm.
So how many? When was this? Like what year?
It's 2
Time?
years?
2 years ago.
Yeah, I think
Okay, I think I know. It was the February snowstorm that
I
happened.
think so,
I
yeah.
Because that was the
really
last one
bad.
I remember that was like really fucking bad.
Really bad
It
one.
was really bad.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I was a bit broke, so I didn't have money for Uber, so I took TTC, and I had to walk from the Glencairn station, I think. In my walk, I was like locked in, listening to Charlotte David, like ta ta, like getting into the mood. It's like I'm going by myself. I never been a solo raver
Yeah.
until I got here. I mean, that was my first time solo raving, and I was lucky. So I was walking, and then while I'm walking, there's these skits with some dog coming towards me. I'm locked in the music. When I look, the dog jumps and bites my whole arm, like my whole, like this.
Really?
And I'm like, what? It's like a pit bull, like his face.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
dog was like this size. And I know this is not relevant to the story, but I like to add it because it's
a
so
good-
fucking
it's a
random.
good add-on to it.
Yeah, it's so random. So I was so fucking like, what the fuck? Like I just got beat by a dog and bro wanted to kill me. And I kept walking. I was so fucking like, my adrenaline went up. So I was like,
Yeah.
I was tripping. When I arrived, then I see a bald guy next to Christiana, and she's like, "Hey, this is Ace. This is Axel. He's just doing a studio and stuff." And he was like, "Hey." So like this guy is really nice.
I can't imagine that how that conversation
That expression, bro.
Yeah.
That expression.
Yeah, and I was like, "Guys, I just got bit by a dog."
And he showed me
And I
his
was like,
fucking jacket,
look.
bro, and it was like ripped through the jacket. And I was like, this is fucking brutal,
Yeah, it was so random. But then my adrenaline went down because Christiana was playing, and then we were dancing together. We were vibing, and he was so nice. He was
What venue was this?
It was a random
random.
Yeah, I
fucking
remember,
basement,
yeah,
bro.
random
totally
basement. I
forgot,
think it was
yeah.
a Dark Matter show. I think
Mhm.
that's like a collective from Balthazar, I think.
Baltasar.
It was a random fucking basement. It was nice though, but it was very like sketchy. Like,
Yeah.
area.
It was. Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Underground
know.
but sketch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I literally met him, because like I went to also support Christiana because I was like, I don't know anybody playing that night. I might just go and support Christiana because she's a very close friend of mine. And then I met him on the dance floor, and he was like, "She's playing my track. He's playing my track."
Yeah,
and then we just vibed, and then we added each other on Instagram. And I never knew at that time that he's gonna be like my close buddy,
No.
But ever since that night, we went to Vendex after, and then we started going.
Mairi.
Mahairi also.
Dakota.
Yeah.
Dakota,
Yeah.
yeah.
When Vendex played, that was the first time that me and him like actually go on a date. a rave.
All right. What time you showing up? What time you showing up?
Girlfriend, if you're watching this, I'm
He's sorry.
sorry.
He's all yours.
the
I
bromance.
keep telling her, bro, it's like a relationship of 3, bro. Like
Romances are forever.
No, for real.
forever.
But yeah, that story is very like every time we meet somebody, we're like, yeah, he got bit by a dog, and that's how we met.
Did you wait? So obviously, if it pierced through your jacket and you
Yeah,
probably had
yeah.
mark, did you go to the hospital the next day?
Nah.
He was like, it should be fine. Let's go to a rave.
Yeah, bro. So the funny thing, like, and I was really lucky. I had a lot of layers. So
Yeah.
bro left a bruise of his teeth, but it didn't like.
Oh,
went
just like
through
the
my
little
skin.
like
Didn't go
okay.
in.
So I
Yeah.
had purple teeth here of the dog. But
Yeah,
No
it
blood
was
though.
fine.
No.
Just bruising. Okay.
No.
wasn't too
Yeah.
bad, but it was.
It was the analyst after. It's like, yeah, that's
The
probably
kids
I
were
can
like-
make it.
Yeah.
I can make it.
The kids were like, "You want to go to the hospital?" And I'm like, "Just get the fuck out of here, or your dog is gonna kill me," because he kept just going. Like, I don't know. He's like, "He's Mexican."
Not friendly. Not friendly.
Yeah, for real.
I had an incident like that happen with a friend's dog. Let's just say they live in like more of the boonies.
Okay.
And I went to their place, and the dog literally attacked me. And he's like, "I'm so sorry. My dog might be racist."
Shit.
Yo, you know, dogs are actually
Racist.
Well, that's
No,
what I mean.
like,
It's just
most
like he's
dogs are
never probably
racist.
seen a brown guy
That's
before.
fu-
He's like,
that's
"I'm
so
sorry."
funny.
So he just went on high alert.
Yeah.
Even when like dogs play with other dogs, they see a black dog and they be like, "Oh, there's research of this that dogs are actually racist." No, I'm being dead serious.
I
think you've never been to Mexico, bro, because in Mexico all the dogs.
I could see it. As I said, the animal kingdom's kind of crazy. You've seen what's happened with Punch the Monkey and that whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, oh, you see everyone rooting for him, but it's society, right?
Yeah.
And then apparently now he has a girlfriend. I don't know.
I don't know, yeah.
But yeah, then after that, we both were producers, and I was like, my studio is starting up. Not even one. I think just one room was done.
It wasn't. It
wasn't
was
even
way
done.
before the opening because we met in like March.
Oh yeah,
So like February, March type of thing, and then the opening was June. Was it
May.
May?
Yeah, so the studio wasn't even open. I was setting up stuff, opening the speakers, and I was like, bro, you wanna come
It was
try
like,
to
"You
make a
wanna
track?
come Unbox with me. We're literally unboxing the Zone 96. And it was my first ever time seeing it. I'm like, you know?
Yeah, we were unboxing stuff and we made a track. We haven't finished that fucking track still, but like,
But we're doing another one
Yeah.
that we're gonna talk about after.
yeah. But we bonded more through music, I feel like, because we started connecting workflows. I started teaching him my way, and I learned a lot of stuff from him because, I mean, we were taught in different ways. Like,
So
it was
it's through
self-taught.
production you guys kind of joined together, like
Yeah.
in the actual producing
Yes,
aspect.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because in raves we couldn't talk that much
Yeah,
to
yeah.
know each other.
Mhm.
But like when we started going to the studio, and then we started like more
Like sharing tracks and see, look, like I made this cool loop or I made this cool track, check it out. And then he would get like ideas from it, like different perspectives of making music. And then he would also show me his stuff and I'm like, oh, you made it this way, so maybe I can use this kind of way to do stuff for my tracks too. So sharing, because his style, like my style is a bit harder than his style. So like taking ideas from, I wouldn't say different genre, but different style is really nice because then you get really like different perspectives of certain things.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. Real quick, if you're planning on attending any events overseas, you need to sort out your mobile data before you go. No one wants to be that person hunting for dodgy Wi-Fi just to load their ticket or find their friends at 2 a.m. Use Airalo. It's an app that lets you instantly download eSIMs for basically any country. It's super easy. Pick your destination, buy a plan, and boom, you've got data as soon as you land. It's way cheaper than roaming, and you'll be set for maps, messaging, all the fest photos, no stress. Best part? You can get 15% off with our code BNBHertz15. Just head to airalo.com or grab the app and enter the code at checkout.
It's what we've told a lot of people in the industry is that you should, even if you say focus on hard techno, you should dabble in a bit of house. You should dabble in a bit of this,
You should
Latin
work.
house,
Production
Like
is
work
fun.
with people,
Just-
collab.
because you don't know like with how complex the software can be. You don't know if there's a certain thing you take from like drum and bass and apply it to hard techno.
True.
And just like you see all these funny things where they just take, I don't know, like some random ass sound and turn it into like a
A
bass.
cool thing, yeah.
But you could do that with drum and bass patterns too, and then
True.
move it into hard
True,
techno. It's
true.
just
You don't know what you don't know.
yeah.
True,
Yeah.
honestly.
And it's all about, getting better, learning and
Exactly.
just growing is
And just watching his DAW from an outside person that I don't know what the fuck he was doing, it was just nice because I'm like, I don't do this stuff like you do it, but I like how you do it, so I might also
Yeah.
do it
Yeah,
the same
yeah,
way
yeah.
you do
you
it.
learn and grow faster.
Exactly,
Too. Yeah. And then
exactly.
you can get to that next level quicker and
Ex-
produce stuff
exactly.
quicker.
What's your guys' go-to program for?
Ableton.
Is Ableton?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ableton all the
sponsorship
way.
me, bro. Studio sponsor.
Sponsor us too.
Ableton.
Please, I already sent you an email.
Didn't they do that thing where it's like, you can like you can rent it until
Rent
it's
and
paid
own.
off?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
rent
do
and
that.
own. Yeah.
But they also back home when I studied, they had a sponsorship with my school, and
Yeah.
they were giving you Ableton when you were during your course. You had Ableton for free the whole time. So that was really cool.
That was really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So you didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, because people like in the beginning may not want to commit, but they when they go through it a little bit, they might be like, okay, this is what I want to do. But then you already spent that money, so it's nice to have a free trial in some way.
But like 7 days is not enough. Like
No.
14 days
No.
is not enough
Not
for
enough
especially
at
a beginner. It's like
You need 7 days to know what the fuck's going on.
yeah.
You bring up a good
exactly.
point, Axel, because like I think it's good that a lot of maybe people don't know this, but a lot of these schools probably do offer this. If you take like any music theory course or anything like that, they probably offer that because it comes back to how you mentioned how you're doing like engineering.
Yeah.
Well, when I did engineering, they give us SolidWorks for free, a student version.
True.
Reason why is so
Yeah.
that you can actually like try and build it, and then you can use it after hours,
Yeah.
see if you like it or not. So
Exactly.
same thing.
Yeah,
Just
that's what I'm
kinda-
trying. Like, I mean, I just opened, right? It's been
Yeah.
10 months. I'm being a bit too hard on myself. But
Bro's going full in.
yeah, eventually we'll get there. But it's better because you can also help the community and the producers to just go for it without I'm like, oh, I
gotta
to pay
pay
the course
this
and then I
much,
had to
yeah.
pay this. And it's understandable. Like we
a
all
lot of
work,
money.
we all have bills to pay.
Yeah.
So if we can help people that way, it will be fucking amazing.
Yeah, because
How much is it?
$700 a live suite, I think. But you need the live suite for the full
version.
Yeah.
Full version.
Yeah.
Full
It's
version.
not. It's
But
not
you can
chump
do like
change.
payments because that's how I bought mine. You can like they would take the whole money from your credit and then they would give you back like $70 or $80 a month, which is not too crazy, but still you would need the good credit for it
Yeah.
to be like take off $700 and not care about
I'm
it.
sure
as
the
much.
rent to own is like such a game changer.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Especially for like somebody who's like learning, like beginning stage kind of wise. It's nice because in the beginning they look at it like what the fuck's going on? There's so many
Yeah.
buttons and there's so many things to look. By the time they learn what's going on, it's already that free trial is already done. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't know if they can make up their minds or no. Meanwhile, in those like 7 or like 2
Because there's so much that
period.
goes into it too. It's
Yeah.
not even just producing too. It's like once you start producing now, you know, your DJing comes into play. It's like
You can do live sessions, you can do mastering, you can do mixing,
that.
you
Yeah.
can do
A lot of
even
things.
stuff for movies or something.
True.
Yeah.
Visuals and shit.
yeah.
So,
That's
so
what
I guess a joint question: did you guys start into production first or DJing?
My story's a bit different than his because he went to school for production.
You can start first.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, it was a lot of DJing first. I bought this small Newmark from Amazon. I think it was $80,
Mhm.
and I was using virtual DJ for some
Yeah.
months,
yeah.
and that was my beginning. But then after 6 months, I was like, okay, I did a lot of research in those 6 months, and I was like, I need to make my own music to be able, like, at 6 months, I knew that I won't make it places unless I have my own stuff going on.
Mhm.
And I'm like, how do I make my own stuff going on? And it was music production. And at that time, I didn't even know that there's FL Studios and Ableton and Logic and all these things. I was like, okay, what is music production? And then Ableton popped up. And then that's how I downloaded Ableton. And I learned from YouTube. A lot of it was YouTube. A lot of it was a waste of time because then you watch a whole 30-minute video on YouTube, which is a tutorial for something that you're looking for, but then you only get one
One
idea.
thing.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you're like, I just wasted 25 fucking minutes of my time.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
a lot of that. So,
So did you pay for lessons then?
no.
Okay, so you
It
still
was just self-taught. Everything
Okay.
was self-taught.
because one of our former guests, Evangelo, shout out. It was the same exactly what you mentioned on YouTube. Like, there's all these free tutorials out there, but most of them could be a waste of time just because
A lot of them.
you're not really applying it at the end.
Yeah.
So he ended up doing lessons, and
Uh-huh.
he's like, one of the advice is that's good that you were able to do it,
Yeah,
but for others, I mean, sometimes it's good to just pay for the lessons.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
It'll
big.
save you so much time.
Save a lot of time because like I wasn't able to finish a full track or even know that I have something to like say that it's a track.
So
until,
would
like,
you
a
have
year
gone
and a
back
half.
and paid for lessons then?
I never paid for
Oh
lessons.
no, but if you
I
would have, you would have.
because
Okay. Yeah.
there's a lot of time that was wasted for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
It's valuable because if you're like producing something and you know you make an error or something like that, someone sees that you could have done it more efficiently. then they can just give it to you on the spot instead of you going back and forth on the video. Like, oh fuck, now I'm lost.
I'm
Five
lost,
steps
yeah.
deep.
For
I'm like,
real.
oh fuck, I don't know how.
I mean,
how
you
to
can
do
ask
this.
your friends, but how many times can you ask your DJ
Exactly.
friends
That's
to do
another
it?
thing. Like you would take somebody's advice, but then you don't want to be that guy. And then when it's like 2-3 advices in the same week, you're like, okay, I feel like I'm being too much from that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Even like he's very, like we're very close friends, but sometimes like when I have 2-3 tracks that I want to show him, okay, I'm gonna space them out in a week or so because like I don't want him to be like, oh, this motherfucker keeps sending me shit.
I'm never like that.
I know, but I still have to be
Yeah.
considerable
Yeah, no,
in some
yeah,
way,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That's human nature.
It is important.
It's human nature.
Like I understand that he's busy and I'm also busy, so we appreciate each other's times from that perspective.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
And about me, it's a
Music
funny
production.
story.
Tell us.
Like how I started in music, or
Music production.
Yeah.
Wherever you want to take the story,
Alright.
whatever makes sense.
because I can like.
We'll circle it back. We'll circle it back.
don't worry. So I started with drums.
Yeah.
We started with I was in a rock band. So I was the rock star type shit.
Yeah.
I went to a conservatory. I learned music theory. I learned to sing. I don't sing good. I learned piano. And then one day I just decided to grab the guitar and it worked out for me by myself, and then the bass. And then I'm like, I don't know, having a band, it's nice, but you depend on a lot of people. And how can I do music and be my own boss? And if I fuck up, it's my fault. Not the guitar guy who didn't show up or the bass player who didn't show up, because I was having problems with that with my band. So I broke the band up, and then I met some guy. He teach me, and then I'm like, I came to Canada. I was playing in some bars, and then that's what I mentioned, that I came back to Mexico to study because I needed more foundations, because I was just playing around at this point, and I wanted to be more serious. So I got into music production, and I got into a school in Guadalajara that is really, really nice. Like, it's really cheap, and it also teaches you like what you need to know. They don't put like bullshit. And the course was like 2 years. I went all in, and I finished 2 years in like 1 year. I went like, I was
No
like
time to
8
waste.
hours every day, and yeah, like DJing was first. And when I saw, same as Ace, that the way to grow, and also you cannot keep playing everybody's tracks because you need your own style and your own expression as an artist, because you gotta find your style, not keep playing like some other people's style.
True.
Yeah.
So-
we always tell people that's the next step for everyone's. It's easy to pick up a controller and start DJing.
Yeah.
But eventually, if you want to take it really seriously, you have to produce.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have to try. You have
So-
to try at least.
Exactly.
Yeah. So my mom bought me a course in Logic Pro when I was like, after I finished the academy, and I was doing some track. It was sounding like shit, really bad. I'll try to find it. I'll send it to you. And after that is when I discovered Ableton, and it was a game changer because the workflow and the live session and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And since I studied, to be honest, I learned some stuff at school, but I didn't actually put them to practice or actually got them perfectly until later on. It's like, oh fuck. Like my
The
teacher
teacher
told me
told me
this, and I didn't even pay attention at that point. And now that I'm more,
Circulating back.
yeah. So
That's not how it usually works. It's like you learn something, but then it's not useful at the moment.
Yeah.
But then when you go back and like you're actually working on something, you're like, oh, this actually does work. It's useful.
Somebody mentioned that before, and I'm like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
so
really true. And now with the classes, it's like reinforcing me more. So like every day that I'm seeing same fucking topics, but it's making me a better producer, right? Like,
It's definitely gives you a different perspectives of certain things, and like
Yeah.
showing that same idea to like 7 different people. You're not saying it in the same way. You gotta manipulate it in a way that person would get it, but that person would also get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the same thing. Your topic, that's how it is. Figure it out. No, you need to make sure that he gets it.
You didn't really have too much of a musical. You didn't like pick up any instruments
Not
before.
at all. No, man, I had a guitar when I was in high school, but that's only because I was depressed and I was trying to like have something going on. But it wasn't much going on. Like
but
I
he
never
don't plays bad. He don't plays bad. You play good.
guitar.
Yeah, you play.
I only know one fucking song, bro.
But I mean, one song and he plays good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like I have a musical background or like I know instruments or the music theory I had to learn, and most of it was like oh, okay, that's how it is. It doesn't make sense. But when I'm listening to it, it would make more sense. So my learning was more of not theoretical, but more of like, okay, let me try this with that. I think this would work. Not even like knowing a lot of things, but just trying a lot of things would narrow it down for me to be like, okay, this one works better with this one. Okay, that one sounds better with that. So it was a lot of experimental just because it was all me and I was the only person judging myself. Like I never had a teacher to be like, no, it's not this way, it's that way. It was always me figuring it out. So I was always like trying different things and like trying different ways to get to some like from A to B. But that's why I had to try a lot of different plugins and different like certain things to find that I'm getting somewhere with my own learning, you know what I mean?
So what inspired you to pursue music?
It was the when I start raving. So when I first got here 5 years ago, ever since I was a kid, I used to be watching those Tomorrowland videos and
Ultra, all that stuff.
Like, oh man, I wish I can be there one time, you know?
Yeah.
But then when I got here, I was like, I want to go like those raves or like those shows or like those events and stuff like that. So my first ever, I wouldn't say rave, but show I went to was at Toy Box. It was a house show. I can't really remember the name of whoever played, but the main concept is that when I start seeing those moments that I always wanted to see, people dancing, you know, like people having a good time, smiles, the vibes, the energy, I was like, I want to be able to be that person that brings that energy just because I enjoy it so much. I want to be that guy that brings the energy to all of these people. So that's when it all started. When I start going out for raves and stuff, I was like, I want to be the person leading this energy because I love it so much. You know what I mean? That's how it all started.
How important are the underscores in your name?
Bro, it's very important. Okay, let's talk more about it. So when I first became Ace, or like that nickname, it was a nickname to begin with. And then I was like, okay, it might be my DJ name when I first started DJing and all of that. I never knew that there's another Ace in Toronto. He's a drum and bass.
Drum and bass.
Yeah, he's a drum and bass DJ. And he's also Ace. And I was like, I like my nickname and I want to keep it Ace, but I want to also not be the same guy that plays drum and bass. So I'm like, okay, let me put the underscores in. So that's just like to identify that I'm a different Ace from the drum and bass guy.
Yeah.
Funny enough, when I played that Hard Dance Face to Face, they had my name spelled wrong on the flyer, and somebody in the event came up to me and he was like, I see you play at Electric Island. Your set was amazing. And I'm like, I never played at Electric Island. But you know, like it's very important because like that's my brand and that's my identity of some way in the flyers kind of thing. So people would recognize Ace without underscores and Ace with underscores in a way that, oh, this is the hard dance, the hard techno guy, not the drum and bass guy.
Yeah.
So it's very important.
Yeah.
And I keep reminding promoters, make sure put the underscores in my poster, please. Yeah.
Do you know if it's used, if you go like worldwide, do you know if it's used?
I did a lot of research on RA, and there's no DJ that have underscores on Spotify, because that's also another thing that I was dealing with. There wasn't Ace on Spotify, and I couldn't release anything. So this guy helped me to change my name on Spotify from the Ace to a with the underscores, just so I can have my own stuff going on. Yeah. So I did a full research, and I wanted to make sure that if somebody searched the Ace with the underscores, that it would only be me, you know? And
it's a good lesson for everyone. If you're moving up in your career, you're producing more, please do a background check on your name and what it may entail setting it up on all these, because it could be the simplest letter that you have to change in order to keep your name.
Exactly. And that would be your whole brand. So like do a lot of research, because having your own identity and your own brand is very important. And that's why when you have a DJ name or like some name that you want to use as your brand, make sure you do a lot of research and make sure that nobody on Spotify is using it, nobody's on RA is using it, because that would be your own thing. Like you don't want people to search your name and some other things would pop up and then people would say, oh, we can't find your music, and that would be heartbroken.
You know what's funny though? So we have a friend that we went to Tomorrowland with, and there was this DJ. His name was Nico what was it? Moreno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moreno.
And then he played at the Freedom stage, and my friend specifically went to see, thought he was Nico Morano, so he went to the stage. And then for like 2 hours, he was just there, like, "Yo, bro, this is not what I."
This is not
like
Nico
completely
Morano.
opposite too. You know,
He was like
Nico Morano
waiting.
is hard.
He was there, and then our other friend shows up saying, "Dude, you're at the wrong Nico Moreno. This is not the
Really,
same
like,
one."
Latin house kind of.
Yeah.
It was. And he was like, "Bro, I've been here for 2 hours, but like I was already locked in." So, because he was waiting for the next show, it was Symphony of Sound. That's like they had the band and the orchestra performance.
Nice.
So he was like, "Oh, I just might as well just stay here and lock in for the next one."
Yeah. He just
But he
lost.
showed up early.
Yeah.
When he could have showed up later. But he's just like, "Oh, I guess I'm here."
Losing time at Tomorrowland must be annoying as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
So I feel bad for him now.
No, it's a running joke now. Raves are good for everlasting memories.
True. That's a memory he would never forget.
That's a
for
memory
sure.
we don't forget. That's the main thing. That's a memory we won't forget.
Yeah, losing time at festivals is just like it breaks your heart because
It is.
you spend. It's like every hour you're there, it's like precious time.
Yeah, you're losing that time and
Yeah.
money, you know?
Yeah.
That's so true.
But you bring up a good point. Just sometimes you can't avoid it. A good example is Charlie Sparks. If you look on Spotify, it's Charlie Sparks UK.
Also, okay, good notes. A lot of DJs do that too. They put
With the brackets.
The brackets.
and their country. It also helps in some way, but I feel like you need to get somewhere to be identified like that. You know what I mean? Like it's not a bad option, it's a good option, but it's still like it would be better if it would all be yours, like not your country's related to your brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I didn't personally know you before the face-to-face show on the boat. Can you tell me a little bit about your career before that?
Okay. So I started learning how to DJ first thing 2023, and I got my first gig from the supermarket community shows at Kensington Market.
Shout out Supermarket.
Supermarket is the way to go. Everybody started there, bro. It was such a fucking epic thing.
It's the back room, guys, if
It
in case
is.
you didn't
It
know.
is. Shout out to My Pet Monster, Meg. She was the one who was running all of that. And honestly, the supermarket was a huge thing in my starting year because I got my first 3 shows at the supermarket, and Meg really believed in me, and she was the one who put me behind the decks for the first time ever. Very like worried and anxious and all of that, but she honestly believed in me, and she believed in a lot of local artists that now are playing really good shows and shit. So shout out to My Pet Monster, shout out to the community. Hell yeah. Yeah, it was my first, before the face-to-face, I played a lot of local like community shows, and then randomly I met somebody at Department. So, okay, long story short, I was supporting Christiana. She was opening and closing for Lily Palmer at Department. I think that was 2024. I can't remember exactly where it was, but it was at Department. Christiana was opening and closing. So at the closing, she played one of my tracks that I was working on at that time. And then somebody was randomly beside me, and I was fanning him. Like, I have a fan, and it was hot as fuck. And I was like, okay, let's just fan the group, So I was fanning him, and he happened to be a promoter from Montreal. And he was like, and I was like, okay, she's playing my track, like that's so fucking awesome. It was the first ever time that I hear my music from my laptop getting played somewhere. So It was very like an epic moment. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, he's playing my track, and he was like, oh, you're a DJ. And I was like, yeah, let's add each other. So he happened to be a promoter, and then he booked me and Christiana to play in Montreal. And that was last year, March. So that was a huge fucking moment. Honestly, be very nice with everybody. Be very nice with everybody in the rave. You don't know who's standing beside you. It could be like the most randomest fucking person ever, but he could be somebody, and you can get somewhere. So like the idea from this whole story is that you never know who's beside you. Always go and be open to meet people, and be in a way that you're meeting people, connecting. Those people can lead you somewhere. You never know who's sitting beside you or standing beside you at a rave.
And the main point of this, bring good vibes.
Good vibes is what it is. Smiles and fans, is the way to go.
Because you never know, right? You never know. Yeah, you never know.
I never even knew that he was a promoter. I was just like, I was having a good time. I was fanning him. I was fanning myself. You know, we're dancing, vibing, and then he happened to be a promoter. So I'm like, you never fucking know.
Yeah.
You guys, you said you guys were both working on tracks together.
Yeah. So he's getting more into Schranz, like Schranzy, like distorted vibes, and more like cyberpunk, those kind of style,
like John Wick fighting scene.
Yeah.
Oh, but like more Schranzy,
a little bit, and like that acidy touch of like the blood rave vibe. Those are the vibes that he's getting into more, and I like my kind of stuff, like the hard stuff. So we're in this track, we're trying to have the two styles in one. So he have in the first section the more cyberpunk guitar rip kind of more vibe, and then on the second part is more like Schranzy and like hard. And so I'm very excited. We've been working on this track.
But wait, this track was cooked in a peak environment.
It was. We did it. You say.
So we were sitting in my apartment, and I was like, bro, we gotta fucking lock in. I haven't been doing music. Like, what if we do like, I don't know, we just go for the weekend to the studio and we sleep there. Like, we just go and sleep there.
The whole weekend.
Don't eat. And just like wake up, do music, sleep, music. Yeah. So we did it. It was hard.
It was hard.
It was hard, but it was really nice because we got so locked in. We got so much work done. Like, we were thinking that we were gonna do like 30 tracks. We did one.
Next time do a cottage, like one of those cottage trips where you get a bunch of friends, the producer friends, and everyone just sets up their laptop.
Everybody's sticking their finger in it.
But yeah, it was nice. We just did one track, but I mean, it's more than enough because it's a really good track.
Yeah.
And we did it even like we were working on it at 5 a.m. like this. He's like, I'm done. I can't anymore.
I gotta go to sleep. And he was like, let's mix this. Let's just mix this. You know, let's just do this.
We got so stressed and we're like, fuck, like we can't move anymore. We're getting blocked and then we were getting unblocked. So the key is, if you're blocked, just keep pushing until you
keep
get
trying, you know. Like there was this one synth that we're like, we have the tabs for it, like the melodic tabs. We're just trying to find a sound that fits the track with those tabs. It took us like 45 to an hour just trying to find a sound that would work with those melodies. And then we looked at each other and we were like, we're just so getting blocked. Let's just go for a break. You know?
Did you know that nearly 25% of adults experience hearing damage from loud noise exposure, like the music at clubs or festivals? Once it's gone, it's gone. That ringing you hear after a night out? It's a sign that your ears are crying for help. Hears provides earplugs that reduce noise levels by up to 21 decibels, enough to protect your hearing while still letting you feel the bass and enjoy the show. Get up to 30% off when you group buy with 5 friends. Click the link in the description now or scan the QR code on the screen. Don't wait till it's too late. Order today so you have it for your next event.
So you bring up a good point. What do you guys do to get past writer's block? Because that happens to everyone. So
exactly.
what was it like? You kind of sounded like you kind of brute forced it, but it seems like that's probably not the best way to do it. But
no, it's honestly not.
No, it's not.
The break, having a lot of breaks, even like from a creative aspect of making tracks, is good to go and leave the whole environment and just go somewhere and just, you know, breathe, have a smoke or have something to drink or whatever, you know, like 15, 30 minutes break, and then go back with a fresh mind and like maybe some new ideas or like maybe something. Sometimes we do is that we listen to our favorite tracks or like some tracks that we really like, and we try to take some ideas from those and be like, oh, this sound might actually work on that part of the track that we're working on. So like having breaks is very, very important when you're creating a track and when you're mixing and mastering mixing. He's teaching me a lot about mixing. I don't know much about it from the beginning, but like now I'm learning more and more. To have a break when you're mixing is very important because like your ears get used to the sound so much that you can't identify the problems and the issues.
And also not used, you get them exhausted. Because then you're hearing nothing. You're not hearing the exact frequencies or you're not hearing the resonances that your sounds have. And how are you going to EQ if your ears are not fresh? So my teachers keep telling me like every 20, 30 minutes break. And also working with the volume that is not super, super harsh. So yeah, sometimes we have long sessions of mixing. I come back the next day and it sounds like shit because my ears got
rested,
and I can even hear that my ears got rested, right?
Yeah.
So it happens.
So yeah,
It
I
happens
think
a lot.
to have breaks is very important. Like people would say, "Oh, I worked on this track for 8 hours and it's done." I think it's like if you can do it, it's fucking amazing. But I don't think it's possible.
It's impossible. We tried it.
I don't think it's possible.
tried it.
We
It's
tried it. We
impossible.
were like, let's do a camp in the studio. We're always in this production room, and we always have Ableton in front of our faces. We got blocked so many times in a period of 2 days
Yeah.
that
And-
you need breaks. Like it's just
Yeah.
it's not.
And
possible.
talking about finishing a track, we don't mean because people gonna say like, "Oh, I can finish a track in a day." I mean, you can, but creative aspect. We were talking about creative and also mixing. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So there's like steps of building a track. First, you have an idea, which is like a loop, and then you expand your idea into a whole track, and that's when the creative aspect come. You make automations here, automations there, make it unique in some way of your own sound. So that's the step 2. Oh, sorry. That's the step 2, and then the step 3, which is mixing it, and then step 4 is like,
Master.
am I satisfied with this? No, you gotta be satisfied first, and then you don't get satisfied, and you gotta go back and like. No, I'm just joking. You just want to get everybody frustrated.
Yeah, no, chill, guys. All good.
But yeah, breaks, like the overall breaks thing is very, very important because you need to have breaks and your ears to rest.
And breaks. Breaks.
How many tracks
breaks.
are you? How many tracks are you releasing?
So far I have. Let me count. 2. I think I have 6 or 7, and I have 3 more coming up in the next 2-3 months.
Like over the, like all at once or over a time period?
Oh, over 2 years.
Oh,
I have
okay.
7 over 2 years now, and like my first ever release was after two.
Why over 2 years?
Over 2 years of learning music.
Oh, I meant like in the future.
Oh,
in the future.
Yeah.
it means the tracks that you're releasing next.
Yeah.
My track. Okay, so I have 2 or 3 lined up next, and I think it would be in the next, like from now until the end of summer.
Oh, okay.
So I like to space a month and a half between each, just because I like to send it to artists. I have to because for the most part now I have mines as self releases. So you got to do all the promo, you got to do all the content and all that. So I try to keep it as a month and a half kind of period in a way that you have time to promote it, to send it, to share it, to people know that this guy is making music, like not just release it, gone 2 months and then 1 and then gone. I try to be constantly having like a post from an old track that I had and people be like, oh, that's something that I missed when he already released it before or stuff like that. So I try to keep a healthy time between each. And I like to have stuff ready for the future just because it makes me feel comfortable that, okay, I have 2 ready for the next 2 months. So I can kind of like ease up and not go fully crazy. Because when you want to finish something quick, you never finish it. And your creative aspect get blocked because you're pressuring yourself to finish something that might need a 2-week period and you're trying to doing it in 2 days. You can finish it in 2 days, but you won't be fully satisfied with the results.
And how many do you have coming up, Axel?
Coming up, I have an EP. It was 3 tracks, but now I added a 4th one because I did a track with a friend. We were just playing around and it came out pretty good. It's actually really slow. It's gonna be like the intro of the EP. It's 100 BPMs. It's super slow.
Oh, that's
and
super
it's really
slow.
ambient. It's really immersive because one of my dreams is doing music for movies.
Is it like more orchestral or just like more moody ambient?
It's I don't know how to call
I
it.
don't know how to call it either. There's a kick. There's more techno influence.
There's techno
into it.
influence
Okay.
into it. Like it feels techno, but slower, and it also more still futuristic. I will say
More
It's-
like I would say late night vibe type of music.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice intro for the track. We have a track Acid. It's a track with Sebastian with Baron. His name Mischief.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm really excited for that project because I'm also building I don't want to spoil a lot, but I'm also building like a way to promote it in a way that we're gonna do a tiny short film to also express it visually. I have friends who are starting to be a director for movies, so we're getting together and we're having an idea to like express the art with my music and in a story that delivers what the EP has to say. Because I haven't, sorry.
No. I was just saying that's awesome, because in the end, like we tell everyone, like your creative windows are vast for what you can do.
Exactly.
And the thing is that what puts you apart is being unique or different and trying something different, right? Trying something, even for one single track or even an EP, trying something like that.
Yeah. So I haven't released so many music in a long time because I've been focused on getting that style that actually it's me, right? I've been like discovering myself, and also with the studio and all this work and stuff. But now that I managed to balance studio work, classes, being a boyfriend and doing music, now I'm ready to actually release something solid and well prepared that can deliver visually and also in the how you call it, I forgot the word in English.
Mentally,
in the ears. Visually and
audibly.
Say it in Spanish.
yeah, audibly. Yeah, that one.
Should have said it in Spanish.
Ear tickles.
Yeah.
Ear tickle.
So yeah, I'm really excited about that, and also we have the release coming with Ace.
Yeah,
after
the one that
EP.
we worked on.
But, yeah.
What's it called? For movies, does the music come first, or the visual, or like the scene comes first?
The
So-
scene comes first.
No, sometimes the director tells the producer the story, and they don't want him to see the scenes. They want him to create out of his own creative craft. Like Hans Zimmer, I've seen interviews about him that Christopher Nolan just tells him, you know what? The movie's about this and that. This is going to happen. Do a track that fits that vibe. And he just does a bunch of tracks, send them to him, and he plays them while on set, while they're acting. And he's like, it fits perfectly. So sometimes it's better to be blindfolded in art.
True.
That's pretty interesting,
It's a
actually.
cool thing, yeah, for real.
Yeah. I had a question. I forgot what it was.
It's okay.
Well, let's get on to the next question then.
It's okay, don't worry.
So what does overture mean?
Actually, that's a good question. Right timing. So Overture, we were trying to find a name that inspires, that feels strong, that feels that it can make a statement on the scene. We're going back to movies. One of my favorite movie soundtracks is Tron from,
Yeah.
Daft Punk did the soundtrack.
Great soundtrack.
I love that soundtrack. It's one of the things that inspires me a lot. And one of the tracks is called Overture. This track, it means a lot for me because it make me feel when I'm feeling like I'm not accomplishing anything in life, it always pushes me up. It's really dramatic song. I put it to him. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's really dramatic song, but it hits a sweet spot in me, right? And it also means Overture is the beginning of an orchestra. That's the first track that somebody's gonna play, and then the meaning of the word is something great, a proposal, right? So Overture is a proposal, a new proposal, something fresh, and the beginning of something great.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, when Daft Punk did that, because I think they were on a hiatus, and all of a sudden they were just announced doing that. We're just coming back to just do a movie album. It's like, what?
Nah, that was a great album.
Yeah.
For sure. What vision did you have for Overture when you started?
So I was really frustrated because I really wanted to release music of my own, and labels weren't noticing me in the beginning. I was like, one day I was at home and I say, fuck it, I'll open my own fucking label. Who cares?
Yeah.
I called some people. I opened the label the same day, and Overture started as a label to help people release music and get exposure out of it. At the moment, I didn't knew a lot of people in the scene, so I signed people from Mexico. I mean, the first release is mine. I don't like it anymore. Then I released some of my friends that I studied with. I also released Ace, Sebastian, Opnik,
Steve.
So we're just trying to support.
So the label started here, or started when you were back in
Here.
Here.
Yeah,
Okay.
started here. Yeah, I was in construction, and in the middle of doing demolition and stuff, I was like, how can I like make something to like, because I believe that in the music scene you gotta give something, right?
Yeah.
You cannot just take book
Yeah.
me, like give me. You gotta give something to to leave your mark,
Yeah.
right? And it also helps you as an artist to grow because it gives you more credibility. And I decided to do the label. And then I got the opportunity and the idea of doing the studio because I was going to a studio with my friends and having so much fun. And it's like, that's the first time that I actually got involved with DJs. And I'm like, we can go at 10 a.m. to a studio, drink a coffee, chill and play. That's such a vibe, you know? And I also love teaching. So I got this idea and I came with my partner, that it's my uncle. And we decided to do it and we did it. We was like, let's fucking go, let's do it. So the label, it's a little bit abandoned right now, but I'm looking for artists and I have some releases prepared right now. So if you're a music producer, techno, dark style, send me your tracks, please. I need demos.
Send demos.
But you know what? You mentioned that with the timing. I think that was the big shift of like even bigger artists just doing their own labels. Because I think nowadays, like you see the big, like the Universals, all those out there. But the hoop people have to go through to even get noticed on those labels was just too much. And then you have marketing restrictions.
Exactly.
So, I mean, just to get your music out there, just starting your own label, especially if you have the means to do it and just like market it, I mean, it's worth it.
It's really, really hard to like get your stuff heard or even noticed when you're first starting, you know? Like they won't even open that email. Like, oh, you do the work, you make the track, you send it, you put all the work, you get all excited and all, and they don't even open the email. You get so frustrated. My music is shit. Nobody's listening.
But as we talked about earlier, the best thing you guys can do for anyone producing, work with your locals.
But on that point, I think it gets easier, you know, to start. It's sad to say, but like your Instagram is like your resume. Like
it is.
It's
it
like,
is.
dude, is people.
Unfortunately, but that's how it is.
Yeah. Are you playing out? Have you put out music? You know, if you don't really have a lot of pictures, and it's hard for me to
understand who you are.
Understand who you are, or even give you a chance to listen to that track because you have nothing on your resume. Nothing that tells me who you say you are.
True.
Yeah.
True. It's honestly, that's so true. That's why having an Instagram that, like, it's really sad to say, but it's true. Like, we all fucking hate making content, but I feel like it's very important. And the minute you don't post anything at all, people would literally forget about you, and you'll just be, oh, what happened to that guy? You know, and then you would just be like not existed anymore.
So we asked this to a lot of guests because with social media nowadays, it's like, is the marketing more important than the music? What do you guys find nowadays? We always say like the music is like the heart and soul, but nowadays it feels like almost the marketing of the music is more important than the actual.
It's half the battle, you know. The music only gets you so far, but then you have to sell it.
Before it used to be opposite. It used to be all about the music, right? And then nowadays, just like now you have to, exactly what Benny just said, you have to sell it. Like even if it's a track, like if you sell that track, maybe you don't like, and it pops off with the right group. Was it the music, or was it you actually marketing it, which is kind of crazy?
It's such a fine line between.
I think that it's about the story, because if you can align your music and your visual composition as an artist, like if you have a good video, if you have your Instagram aligned with the vibe that you're representing, if your music is also representing that, and all the three communications are fitting with each other, then it's when it goes viral. Because if you do this type of music and then you do this type of videos, right? So people has to know you. People has to know who's Ace in order to want to listen. They need to know the background of who's Ace. They need to fall in love with your background story. You know, when we
it's
go
not
see
music,
a movie,
it's about the personality, right?
It's Batman Begins, right? It's Ace Begins. You know, you see how the hero comes out. You're like, oh, like Ace was through this. This is Syrian. This is this. This is how. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, he's releasing a new track. The Syrian bald guy who's from Toronto. So you know Ace because there's a background story.
Yeah.
Hearing is one of your most valuable senses, and nights at the club or festival puts it to the test. Repeated exposure to loud bass lines and crowd roars can cause irreversible damage, but it doesn't have to. Here's earplugs lower noise levels by up to 21 decibels, protecting your hearing while maintaining the sound quality you love. They're comfortable, effective, and designed for music lovers. You and your rave crew can save up to 30% with their group buy deal. Don't compromise. Click the link in the description now or scan the QR code on the screen. Don't wait till it's too late. Order today so you have it for your next event.
If you don't sell that background story properly, then you're lost.
It's super important too, and it's like how he presents himself. To get people to go to your show, it's like how do you show your energy as well? Like it's so important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's something that I notice from my friends that comes to my shows. Like they want to come and like they want to vibe and it's very important from me as a DJ's perspective to be with them and to kind of give them some energy and like give them some sort of a feeling that they would be like, okay, I'm gonna go to his show next time because the last time I was there he was kind of like this and this and that. You know what I mean? Like give something back.
It's
not
like
just,
it's they're giving you your Friday, Saturdays, and paying how many dollars to come to your show, maybe $20-$50 for a ticket, and then buying drinks on top of that. So they want to be entertained.
Exactly.
So yeah, going back, I feel that if you just release music, no, and if you just do content, no. Right? But if you match both with the same vibe, then I think you can do it. Just don't give up, right? Because we give up too soon.
Yeah.
And honestly, like if, in general, you need to have some sort of a marketing strategy to be able to sell something. Like you don't just open a store and be like, okay, I'm open. It just doesn't work like that. Like you need to have something for the people to have that attention. Oh, the store is cool. Like there's cool lightings or like anything to grab that attention. And
the term we use is content for the content.
Exactly. Exactly. You need to have some sort of a story. Like, oh, I like this bald guy. I'm gonna go fucking see him play, you know, like something, anything.
Nice. Yeah, goes back. What started this was like having other people play your tracks is huge too. Like especially in the connect with your local community because they're the people who are probably going to support you. If you just send it to a label, they may not do it, but one of your locals will be playing it.
Exactly, and not even just playing it, like being supportive in some way. That bro, I'm so happy for you because like nowadays nobody's making music. Everybody's so frustrated about like, oh, whatever I do, nobody's gonna sign my track, so I'm just not gonna fucking do it. No, do it and go to your friends and be like, hey, this is what I put some shit together. See what it sounds. I'm going to be honest with you. You need to learn more about this and you need to learn more about that. And you need to be specific about certain things and you need to learn and all of that. So like going to a local friend DJ that knows a little bit about what's going on would really help you narrow your thoughts and like go in a certain direction, not just be all over and not knowing where to go. Because for me, like that's how I got all the connections to be able to play. Like people are not just gonna know about you. You gotta go outside and talk to people and be like, I DJ, this is my Instagram, follow me, let's fucking be friends, let's go out together. Like, and not always ask in a way that I'm playing here, come support. No, bro, you always gotta go to their shows too and you gotta support them too and you gotta feel that connection. And don't ever think of it in a way, I support your shows, you support my shows. It's never like that. But you should aim for it to be like that. Like if you go support your friend and he didn't come support your show, that doesn't mean that this guy doesn't fucking like you. Like don't take it so fucking personal, you know? Like people take it like that. Oh, I'm not going to his show. He didn't come to my show. Bro, don't be fucking like this, you know? Like it's not
just do it for this. Do it for the scene.
Do it just for the sake of
and you
being
love
a
the
good
music,
friend, you know?
And that too,
So when you started Overture, did you ever imagine that it would turn out the way it did?
I mean, we're still growing, right? We're still growing. But to be honest, like my mom always told me, if you put passion into something, eventually people will resonate with it. So I didn't put any expectations on it. Of course, I was scared because it's a business. And there's money involved and there's a lot of stuff involved. But I try to keep that part quiet and I just try to do it with passion and just try to do it and help people the same way that I want to be helped. Because we all wanted to try CDJs for the first time. We all wanted to see how Ableton looks for the first time. We all wanted to know what the fuck does this knob does, right? So like it's just treating people, and I feel that people is resonating with the brand because a lot of new friends are coming together in Overture, and with the open decks that we're doing, they're all like losing that fear. And I just want to keep trying to give to the community, and then the community will give back, right? So I'm really happy how it's turning out right now, and I'm really excited to see what's coming up in the next years. And I feel that it's just, I'm not scared because every time there's something new and there's new people coming, and there's a lot of DJs in Toronto, as I can see.
There's a lot.
A lot. You don't even imagine. I receive a lot of people that I've never seen in my life, but it's so nice.
That's why we joke everyone's a DJ.
Yeah,
You just don't know it.
For real.
When you mention fanning the guy next to you is probably a DJ.
Yeah. For real. Exactly.
So true. Everybody wants. It's fun. It's
fun. No,
but you need to be really fucking dedicated. It's not like, okay, I just want to learn how to fucking twist some knobs. I don't like when like, I'm not trying to be judgy or anything, but I don't like when people are just doing it for, like, whatever. I'm a DJ. I can just go and play for my friends.
You can do it as a hobby if you want. I have
yeah.
all people who comes to the studio and they just enjoy playing their vinyls.
Yeah.
They
Fine.
do it like drinking a good coffee, right? And that's also fair.
Yeah, true.
You managed to really build a culture there that, like, the other studios, the culture is not as strong as Overture. Every time I hear Overture or think about going to Overture, there's just a culture that's there. And
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think that's really well done.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna speak
And
from an outsider perspective. This guy's always in the studio. Like other studios, you would go there, you would do your things, and you would just leave. This guy, whenever like there's a new person, he would go like simple fucking things. Just hi, thank you for coming. What's your DJ? Let's follow each other. Cause like at the end of the day, I don't want you to just, he doesn't want him to just come and fucking pay and leave. We want to make connections. Like it's all about connections. It's all about knowing a person that knows a person that knows another person that would get you booked.
Yeah.
So like having that connection and all like a family friendly based wise.
And all like everyone like coming together and going to the shows together, right?
It's really, really nice. Yeah. And you don't see it other places. That's why, in my opinion, Overture grew really good because this guy really cares. Like he would go there and be there and like, do you want water? Do you want, this is the washroom and this is where you want to sit and you can chill here and blah, 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 blah. And people would look at it in a way that they feel welcomed and they feel like it's like my home type of thing,
Because mi casa es su casa, bro.
Su casa for real.
So yeah, that's, everybody tells me it feels like I'm at home, like it's my second home, and I always tell them we have a shower. You can sleep here if you want.
We don't shower for real.
Yeah,
It's 24 hours? Is it 24?
No, we close at 12 a.m.
Okay.
But yeah, I tried 24 hours. It wasn't fun. Because it also keeps it more professional. We don't want after hours parties in the studio, right? And it's a place for workplace. It's a place for art. It's not a place to get fucked.
It's kind of funny. We were joking with just one of the other studios in town where they're 24 hours, but it's kind of like when Taylor Swift was in town. I'm like, technically, you could just book like a 4-hour session and save yourself on a hotel cost if you wanted to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just
That's
DJ
not bad,
for 4
yeah,
hours and then just go.
That actually sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I feel like after 12 a.m. it's just not more of people doing their work. It's more like let's
Just
have
partying.
fun.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing, but it's just like before 12 is better for the neighbors also. I feel like.
It's 12 a.m. but the tiny room closes at 2 a.m. It's like just a little bit of a push if they want to stay later and they want to like arrive after, I don't know, work, because some people work like, right? So if they want to go there, I mean, it's fine, but not later than that.
So we haven't asked this, I guess, for everyone. What does the space, like, what does Overture offer nowadays? And
Nowadays?
Yeah. And what's the plan for, I guess, moving on? But we'll start with what you guys offer.
Okay. So Overture offers to start a community. We have a group chat where you can share everything, your music. That's the most important part for me, either than the gear or anything.
Is the group chat WhatsApp or?
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, okay.
So if you want to join and just share,
we'll have the link in the description.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to join, just talk, share sets. I don't know. Some people send like pictures of them in the construction.
I mean, it's community, right?
Like a rave here, you know what I mean?
That's the one nice thing. We work with all these collectives. It's all about the community, man.
Yeah,
it's all about, even if the community is 10, 15, 20 people, it's still a community.
Exactly.
It's still for real.
And we offer 4 rooms. They both, like 3 of them are DJ, 1 of them is production, and 1 of them is hybrid. It's like you can have a mini studio so you can practice in, like, check your record box, check your tracks for your weekend, or also work on some ideas in tracks. That's where we did our first track, actually.
Yeah. So you can test it right away. Like you're producing and then test it right away.
Exactly.
Nice.
And then that room has a Sound 96, a vinyl turntable, CDJs, and an RMX. They also have some vinyls there if you want to play around. And we did
vinyls
like
you have there?
We have Charlotte David. We have some old school techno Detroit. We also have house. We have pop.
So can you can you get any new track on vinyl?
Yes.
You can, right?
Yeah, but it's complicated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
complicated.
There's a certain limit you
I
have
went to the Jeff Mill show, and Jeff Mill, legend, absolute legend. Just doing a vinyl set blew my
Oh
mind.
my god.
Just hearing like, I guess you hear bass that you don't hear when you see
It's cleaner.
It's cleaner, right?
Yeah,
Like it
it's
was
a
like,
different sound. Yeah.
and then Fahad, Measure Divide, shout out Fahad. He also did his vinyl set too, right after too, and he played an unreleased track that I've been following, and I'm just like, how do you get the vinyl for that?
That's
Sometimes they sell them, but sometimes it's like
you can
limited
you
copies.
Can, yeah, it's either like limited copies or there's like companies that specifically do one-offs. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's not cheap
No, I'm sure it's not cheap.
it's
Yeah.
not cheap. I've been looking into it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
because they have to get the plastic, they have to press it, and then
Yeah.
they ship it
do all
off.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, just for one track, right?
And some
Yeah.
artists would do like only 10 or 15 vinyls for this track, and whoever gets it is the lucky one.
Yeah.
Like some people
Yeah.
do collectible things
Yeah,
about
yeah.
vinyls. I don't know much about vinyls, but when he got the vinyls in the thing, and I was like, I might just give it a shot.
Yeah.
It made
It's
me humble.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, for real, it's
It
really
humbled
hard.
me for real.
But yeah, we have a tiny library of music in the furniture of the vinyl turntables that I wanted to be a community library where everybody can leave a vinyl if they want, you know, or use one when they're playing there. So if you're like, you don't have your vinyls and you want to try it out, you can just grab one, put it there.
Nice.
Everybody's
That's
sharing
cool.
vinyls, and like, just if I don't want this vinyl, like I don't like it, you can just leave it there, and it's for the community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For everyone to use, just leave it there.
Have you done an open house? Have you done an open house for the studio?
Yes, we did it in the opening, and every open decks or event that we have,
It's technically an open house.
yeah,
Okay. Nice.
an open house.
And
And
face to face was going really good.
yeah,
Face
we're,
to face one
it
really
was really
did
nice. Yeah, we're doing one soon.
So
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, we're doing a face to face. Was pretty nice because it's challenging for already experienced DJs, and it also is good for new DJs to expose themselves, right? And it's a really good way to practice your technique and your beat match and everything.
True,
It's
true.
really nice, and also to meet people.
Yeah.
Like I met a lot of students, a lot of friends.
yeah, it's funny. The face to face, like from an outsider that doesn't know anything, like you can be a DJ, but then when you hear the face to face, when I first played that face to face at the boat, I literally had to do full research of how they do it. I watched a lot of YouTube face to face sets, and I was kind of like analyzing how they're doing their tracks and stuff. So it's a very like strange concept from the beginning if you've never heard of it before.
So interesting. Okay, you researched it, but when you did it, what did you learn on the spot that you didn't factor in?
I feel like it's a lot easier when you're doing it than when you're learning it.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
in the beginning you feel like, oh, there's two decks and there's one sound coming off, and you kind of like, oh, they're not seeing each other's waveforms, and it's like it's very strange idea to begin with. But then when you get the main concept and then you just kind of like go and try it out, and you have your friend in front of you, and you just kind of like, because you can't hear them. That's the only hard thing I would say from face to face is that you can't talk. So you have to have signs. So me and Jed and me and Agron had signs for certain things. So we had like 3 signs. One sign was for the loop for him to start mixing in. So it was just like a symbol, whatever. We did this. So whenever I gave him this sign, he would hit play, and I would have a loop set up for him to mix in from my out, if that makes sense. Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard on the podcast
Yeah,
of this live,
yeah.
but I know what you mean because I've watched those EQ videos
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
and it's just.
But it's like it's not very, very easy, but it's easier than you would think of it.
Okay.
That's why having a face-to-face open deck, people would go and be like, I don't know what's going on. And then you would just give them a quick brief, and they're like, oh, so that's it? Yeah, that's it. It's nothing
Yeah.
too crazy. So that's why face-to-face
It's
is
a
really
lot of
nice.
it is feeling too.
True.
It's I think
And the person that you're doing it with.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Synergy.
like you need to match, because if you have a library of some genre and the other guy have a whole different fucking style, it's really hard to like mix together, because his stuff is different than your
Yeah.
stuff, and your style, like it could all be hard techno, but there's the rumble bass, there's bouncy stuff, there's Schranz, there's industrial, so
Yeah.
you need to really match the style.
I don't think it works with every type of
That was my next question. So a little bit of hot take. Do you think only certain genres work with face to face?
I've seen drum and bass face to face, and I'm not a big drum and bass guy, but I shit you not, it was the coolest thing I've ever seen ever. They would literally fucking chopping on the spot, and it was so
But
nice.
is it because it's a higher BPM similar to the Hard Techno, the
I think
Schranz?
A lot of
yeah.
movement, I
A lot
feel
of
like.
movement.
Because I've seen, I bring this up quite a lot, Armin Face to Face, they just recently did, and I'm just like,
It wasn't good.
it's like, this doesn't look like Face to Face to me.
It's like a gimmick.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
okay,
in a
not
way.
all of it from my opinion, and because I played it 2 times, not every face to face is actually mixing. Because you can, I'm gonna fucking say it.
I'm stealing your water.
Bruh. you can literally I'm gonna explain briefly what it is. You have your setup in front of you, and then the guy in front of you that you're face to face with, he have his decks too. You can literally just have your track playing, and then when it's ending, you can just have one sign from the other guy to hit play, and then you can just put a reverb, and then it's like shh, and then he hit play, and then you cut it. So it could literally be nothing.
Yeah,
it could be all a gimmick.
Yeah.
So some face to face are actually like they're actually mixing,
Like
and
like the proper 240 guys.
Yes.
Those guys are they're doing it.
They're really cool. They have 4 tracks playing at the same time. Like those are the ones that I watched to learn of the concept of it. Like they have loops. It's they take turns. The main track is playing from whoever's turn, and then they have 3 loops on top of the main track playing, which is really fucking interesting because then that set is very unique that you only hear it at that time because this track and that track and that track are all playing at the same time. You know?
And at
So-
the time of this recording, there is a face to face in Toronto with
Friday.
240 KMH.
Yeah, Friday. Hit me up for a discount link.
This episode will probably be out after, but we will mention it in our stories when we post
see
our
you there.
picture.
Yeah, I'll see you guys there. Let's go vibe.
But
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
you mentioned also, I saw Overture Academy.
Oh yeah. So we also have classes. We teach like since zero knowledge of DJing until advanced. Like if you already know if you want to learn how to do live sets with Ableton and also DJing, learning how to use the RMX or the Zone 96 or more complex equipment, or also learning how to play vinyls. We do it at Overture, like the advanced, and production. The production course is my favorite. It's like 34 classes, something like that, and we learn since the beginning, since you don't know anything until you can finish the mix of your track. We're implementing mastering course later on, but for now it's just
start producing.
Start producing and also
for real.
mix your own tracks. We also like have the full course, or we just do per class, and it's like it depends on the person, you know.
Some people like to commit, and some people only want to do a couple of classes. and that's it.
It's
You also offer memberships too, right?
Yeah. So when we started the business, I'm like, okay, so going into a studio, it's nice, right? But how do you make it more affordable? Because at the time, like I was saving money for the studio and stuff, but I was also a little bit broke to be paying bookings every weekend. So we try to do this model where we can have a membership like a gym, and you can have access to all the rooms with a really cheap price, because the hourly wage ends up like at $13 for all the rooms in the pools, and it includes 3 of the rooms, hybrid, Nova, and production suite. That is like 2 DJ rooms in the production, and then the more complete one includes all of them. Yeah, so that's what our membership adds to the table. And also I'm really excited for this. We also, if you're subscribed, you have free entrances to master classes that we're gonna be giving for DJs to like learn and stuff.
I heard the one with Seb went really well.
Yeah, it was really good. We had one with Azul. I don't know if you met the guy before.
I think I've
The
seen
name's
it.
familiar. I don't think I met.
And with Seb, and now we're doing one. We'll announce that. But yeah,
Soon.
yeah, we're doing
Netflix with.
one with Perplex now that he's coming.
Oh.
So that would be really fucking.
That's
cool
gonna
for
be
me.
really nice. So this chapter is coming out in May, so you won't find out.
Yeah.
You won't find out until. Yeah. So yeah, we're announcing it next week. I'm really excited for this. He's such a nice guy. And I told him about the idea, and he's like, "Yeah, let's do it," because he sees that Overture is so like helpful in the community and about DJs, and he loved that. So he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we're having a masterclass, limited capacity, but all the subscribers have a free access to it.
Nice.
No, that's sick.
So you mentioned Perplex. I guess we can talk about that. You guys for second official booking technically,
Yeah.
right? So you mentioned did you want to make Overture like an event series?
It was the plan. I
Yeah.
even have a cardboard in my bed when I built it Overture. I did it in the floor. I did Overture, events, merge, studios, label. That's what I did.
Yeah. Okay. So
I have it
it's
in-
still there?
Yeah, it's still there. So it was always the dream of mine. Not that I wanted to be a promoter, like in the past when I was studying. I was like, I'm just gonna be a producer and a DJ, right?
Yeah.
But now seeing all of this and like learning from other promoters, Sid, shout out to him. He's been helping me a lot and like teaching me of how to like the events and stuff. And also back home, I used to help my boss because I was working on my school to do events as well.
Mhm.
And it's something that also him told me like it would be nice to do an event, right?
Yeah, it would be nice. Like I also never thought that I would
Yeah.
help or be an organizer of an event, but it's actually
It's
really
daunting.
nice.
It feels daunting to
So-
even
It's a
think
lot of
about
stress.
it.
It's a lot of
stress,
stress,
and it's
yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
work, and it's not easy at all. And you go through all phases of emotional breakdowns, but
Yeah.
it's still
Yeah.
very worth it.
And I was like, how can I connect the whole ecosystem of Overture in once? And I feel that one of the things that as a beginner or like as a starting artist to come out of playing is really hard. To get opportunities is really
super
hard.
hard.
So I feel that events also complement the Academy of Overture and the community of the studios, because we're giving in the events, we're going to be giving in most of them, I'm trying to be all of them, a slot for a new DJ all the time. So we can put somebody new who has a new proposition, who is putting the work, who is doing content, who actually deserves a spot to be there. In this case, we did a contest and we had a lot of really good sets.
Maybe
was
like
really
15
hard.
plus, 15
Yeah,
plus.
yeah, it was more.
It's
more.
hard to listen through all this.
Yeah, we were.
And
We
what
did.
was the contest details? They'll submit like a mini mix.
Yes, it was a 60-minute
40
Oh,
minutes to 60 minutes.
40
Okay.
minute to 60-minute mix. You had to like send us the mix and stuff. That's it. And then we were listening to it, and you will get the opening slot for the night.
Yeah.
And we listen to it. I mean, it has to be, we mentioned it's opening for Perplex, so you had to do a set prepare for that.
Mhm.
Some people send like a really proper opening set. Some of them sell like main stage Tomorrowland sets.
Some
Right?
were very,
It
like-
happens.
Yeah, it's
but
like, I didn't learn this too recently. Like I learned it, but like when Pedro came on and Astra came on, when he's describing what the opening set and time slot is, it's like one of the most important slots.
Yeah.
It is.
To master that slot, it's actually really important. So, and you kind of have to earn your stripes too,
True,
man.
Yeah.
You,
So that's why we got so many sets, and we were like, we know this is our friend, and we know that guy is our friend too, but we want to make sure to fit the mixing, the storytelling, the opening energy vibe. Like, we can't put somebody playing 160 on a fucking 10 a.m.,
Yeah.
10 p.m., you know?
yeah.
yeah.
So we were very like, and even though like there were a lot of sets, we listened to every
Single one.
single
And
one.
I liked every single one of them. Yeah.
So shout out to everyone who submitted
Honestly,
sets.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. It was it
Keep
was a-
sending.
Yeah, it was a lot to go through, honestly, but we were happy that a lot of people were involved and a lot of people got excited. You know, it was very hard to pick the last final because we picked 4. Those 4 were the best of openers of all the others that
Yeah.
picked. You know,
They were really good, and it was really
all of them
hard.
were good, but we had to go through listen to it again, judge based off storytelling and mixing errors and opening energy in general. And shout out to Mikey. Mikey's the winner.
Congratulations, Mikey. We're also gonna give space for the other selected from the 4. They're gonna have a slot to come to the masterclass,
Oh, nice.
so they can.
As that rewarding your community essentially
yeah,
for
yeah,
people who are
exactly.
supporting you.
Yeah. I mean, their sets were amazing. And
It was
that's
really
the least
good.
we can do, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And the way
They're
I look
also winners.
the way I look at it for everyone listening to, just when these contests happen, think of it from your guys' perspective. It's humbling because you got all these guys submitting great mixes. Well, someone put an effort into that mix, and you may have done something you haven't done before and progressed your career just to submit a mix to try and play, which is like,
yeah.
it's still a growing phase. Even if you didn't get selected, it's still, you probably learned a lot out of the way.
Exactly.
So always take that for as a reflection.
always risk it. Like
earn your stripes too.
Earn your stripes.
True,
Yeah.
true. And always like from us as DJs perspective, you always gotta go for it. You're not gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna win. Oh, there's a lot of good DJs out there. I'm never gonna make it. No, don't give that energy at all. record something and send it. You never know. Like you never know. You legit doesn't. You wouldn't know because you can. You know, anything can happen at any time. You can literally be the only one that played opening energy and you can be selected.
Yeah.
Like stuff can happen. That's why always go for it. Always send a mix. Always send a new mix just for that event, not a mix that you send for every event.
Yeah.
Got to be specifically for that vibe, for that slot, for whatever reason it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, we will have even more contests. So I'm
Nice.
really excited about giving more opportunities like that.
Love to see it. So about Perplex, how did that initial conversation happen with him, or like how was Perplex the one chosen?
Like the booking wise?
Yeah, booking.
So I didn't knew him before. He introduced me to Perplex and I really like his style.
Yeah.
And I also heard that he's a really nice guy to work with. And I really wanted to do the masterclass. So we needed someone who's actually nice, committed,
Good producer.
and good producer. He also does a lot of video stuff and he's like really, really locked in. And we also love his music. So we decided that he is a solid first booking because we like the style. It's not super hard, but it's also not that loose. So I think it's pretty good for
It like floats between Schranzy too.
Yeah,
every
So
now.
that was the main idea, is to look for like a Schranzy vibe and Schranzy that it's not more on the industrial hard techno side, but it's more on the other side.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we decided, and then I talked to his management, and he's like, "We talked to Perplex. He's down. Here's his WhatsApp." He told us that you can text him. And I'm like, "No way, that's so nice." And I texted him, and he's such a nice guy. I haven't met him in person, but I'm excited for him to he's posted like, "I'm excited to meet you guys," and like the community. So that's
He
super
comments
nice.
on everything, and like when we announced Mikey that it's the winner, he was like, "Congratulations for Mikey that it's the winner." So it's really
Yeah,
nice,
so nice.
to
Yeah,
that is super
communicate.
nice.
You know,
Yeah.
it gives them a lot. Like it's not just for Mikey. Like for somebody starting out and seeing that a big DJ like that is congratulating him of winning is a huge thing. You know, like if I won a contest and some big DJ say congratulations, I'm really like, that's fucking amazing. You know, like,
Screenshot saved.
yeah, honestly, it's a great thing. It's an accomplishment.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
No, and shout out to like we love like the genres that are more niche, even though hard techno is kind of more mainstream now.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
True.
The mid-tier guys, like in any genre, they're always
That's
approachable.
So true. That's so
Yeah.
true. They're nice.
They're running their own social. They don't have a team. They're literally their own socials.
That's when somebody's running their shit, that's when you know that they don't have control over anything. The management can say, "Oh, we need that much and that much," and the artist is going to be like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to go play." Like they won't care as much, but his management would care so much that it would affect his career in some way, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for this episode. Been a pretty
Beautiful.
long episode, pretty good episode as well.
Love the stories. Love the stories.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you
That
so
was
much
amazing.
for having us. Yeah.
Thanks
It
for
was-
coming on. It's our pleasure.
Hell yeah.
We felt really comfortable, and thank you for
Yep.
listening to us.
It's been an hour and a half and I didn't even
I know. I looked down. I'm like, oh shit! It's already
We
been an
like
hour and a
talking. We never
It's
shut
done.
up.
half. Yeah.
We always have stories for certain things, but yeah, we gotta lock up good.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much for having us. Fuck yeah.
Do you want to plug your socials in?
Plug my socials, like
more like announce it.
Ace Music. Is that-
With the underscore.
with the underscore.
With the underscore.
With the underscore. Make sure.
yeah. If you're interested in learning how to DJ or anything, Overture Studios, events, Overture TO, and my personal profile is Axel Espinosa. And yeah, feel free to reach whatever questions that you have or anything about music, DJing, anything. I'm always responding when I can. This guy's gonna say the opposite, but
No,
when I,
no, he actually does. When he replies so quick, I'm like, bro, how do you keep track of everything? You know?
I'm trying. But yeah, just text me at 2 a.m. if you have a question about EQing or compression. I'll help you.
Send us your music. Make music.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for
Awesome,
tuning
guys.
into this
you.
week's episode. If you enjoyed it and want to support us, please share it with a fellow raver, like and subscribe. Emphasize on the subscribe. We need your help to get to 1,000 subs.
We're getting there. We're getting there. But we need more.
Follow.
Some of the affiliates that we work with, Jelly IV you can get, what is it, 10% off, 15% off?
It's 15% off. It helps your liver, guys. So if you have a night of heavy drinking, take a jelly IV.
A pre-game chaser. So
There's
helps
some tequila.
prevents from hangover.
Works
helps.
on hard liquor, works on beer, works on everything.
The best medicine of the world is tequila.
And then we have Airalo, which is a travel eSIM. Anything over $10, you get 15% off with our code BNBHurts15. And
Summer's coming, guys.
Yeah. And then we have an affiliate with Hears. So if you need earplugs, very important. If you want to, continue doing this for a long period of time, then you need to protect your ears. That's code BNB Hertz 10, I think.
we'll have everything in the description, guys.
BNB Hertz 10.
As you know from every episode, we'll have everything in the description. But one thing we want to announce is we just officially launched the Back and Body Hurts website.
Beautiful.
This was a long time coming. So on the website, you can find all our episodes. You can find what our featured episodes as well. We have our media kit. We have all our sponsors. We also have a little interesting thing about like where we are. So we actually linked it with EDM Train to kind of show, hey, here are the events the team's going to. So if you ever want to know where we're going, you can just look at that and find our schedule.
Nice.
It a tad degen, let's say, but don't forget there's 4 of us on the team. So we're not going to one person's not going to 3 events in one night. It's maybe spread out.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. Also, if you want to come to the studio, they'll have a code for Overture Studios.
Yes, we will.
We'll put it in the description.
Hell yeah.
All right.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Cheers.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.